Ever feel frustrated that this girl was head over heels for you at one point and is suddenly ignoring you? We know it makes your blood boil. We get that feeling, and it enrages everyone. Like, why show interest in the first place when she was going to ignore you later on? Not only is it infuriating, but it also feels like a loss because you got invested emotionally as well. However, all is not lost. We will be sharing some secret tricks of the trade. Using them, you will land her right where you want. By the end of his video, we will turn you from a guy who's clueless to the John Wick of the dating game. So, prepare your notepads, as we will teach you how to slay. Number 8. You're the alternate. Understanding the cause of why she is acting this way is extremely crucial. Even though there are no perfect ways to judge the reason, we can only assume stuff. The reason why she is acting hot and cold towards you is because there is a good chance that you are her backup. She likes you and another guy, and she needs clarification. It is relatively common because, even though it is infuriating, women generally don't know what they want. It's not emotionally healthy to be a backup for anyone. Therefore, the best thing for you to do in this situation is when the interaction is positive with you. You must also interact accordingly without investing any emotions. There is no need to go beyond a specific limit because that would mean losing your position of power and giving into the trap. Let her come to you rather than you going to her. Number 7. The leap of faith. Frequently, guys are very frustrated, and rather than doing anything about her rude behavior, they tend to stay quiet. There are many reasons women can act cold or hot. One of them we explained above. However, another cause might be that she is testing you. Whether you like it or not, women like attention. If a guy gives it to them, they will respond positively. So, do you want to dwell in your rage and fear over her confusing behavior? Or do you want to take some definitive action like a true man would? You should confront her if you want to be in the latter group. Explain to her that if she is generally serious about moving ahead with you, then she should be honest rather than treating you that way. It would change the game because previously, when she thought she was in control, you confronted her and reversed the situation in your favor. Now she has no choice but to be honest about it, and you won't have to suffer anymore. Number 6. Control the flow. The main problem with weak men is that they get scared very quickly, and as a result of that panic, they start doing some very unmanly things to girls. Some might even begin to beg for attention and consideration, which will only isolate them from her. Remember that women are sensitive beings. They can get aroused by the slightest touch and detached by the lightest word. Since they are sensitive beings, you must give them space rather than being too pushy. If you start committing extreme attention-seeking behaviors, you will lose a lot of respect, and a man who isn't respected will never get what he wants. Besides that, women play this pattern to be in a position of power, and when you commit acts in which your respect is torn apart, you will take a hit on your esteem as well. That way, you will only get the cold treatment. So to avoid that, you must ensure that you don't go overboard and keep yourself within limits. Never beg her for consideration, because that will only weaken your case. Number 5. Building fairy tales. One of the major conflicts between men's and women's natures is that men take things swiftly, whereas women want to take things slowly. So, if a female has turned cold towards you, don't draw false conclusions in your head. After a female stops giving them the hot treatment, weak men start thinking things like, "Oh, maybe I wasn't good enough for her," or something like, "Maybe she didn't find me attractive." It can be regarded as hearsay, and dwelling on such things will only harm you. Thinking about such things will make you look desperate and pathetic. If something like that happens, you must keep yourself in check. Understand that there could have been any other reason, and rather than doubting yourself, only look at the facts. If there were a chance that she wasn't interested in you, she wouldn't have approached you in the first place. So stay calm and keep your poise. If things are meant to be between you, they will happen regardless. Number 4. Value your time. You must always value your time and understand the way things work. A true alpha understands these situations amazingly. If you are always getting the cold treatment, avoid such a situation. The best way to manage this situation is to wait a few days. After you have delayed a certain amount of time, you must text her and check whether she is curious about you. If she is curious about going out with you, that is a good sign. However, if you feel the same cold treatment is being given, you must back away from her, as a true man does not allow himself to be vulnerable in front of other people. You don't want to be with a person who does not value your time. Instead, the best move in such situations is to walk away. Number 3. Simping is not the right way. Why do you want to act like a pathetic person? Nearly all women act hot and cold to some degree in their relationships. But a true male only gives positive feedback when the female acts hot towards him. Women like to feel that they are the center of attention, and by using these tricks, they will try to control you. Always keep in mind that you must keep your respect intact. Never allow another person to have power over you. If you fall into her traps, she will use you to her advantage and get all the attention she doesn't deserve from you in the form of gifts and favors. So be a strong man, and leave that scenario when you notice something like this. You must learn about these patterns to be the John Wick of the dating world. Initially, they will try to make you feel important, and once they know that they have their nails in your heart, they will go cold again to get something out of you. In this situation, forget about love, because no sincerity is involved. Number 2, if she's cold, you're colder. Only the weakest men will continue playing her games until they have entirely exhausted themselves emotionally and financially. You don't want to be one of the guys who gets laughed at and joked about by a group of females. If you want to become a laughingstock, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to be one of the alphas, refuse to play her game. Women are women, and they can emotionally manipulate men with their tantrums and emotional ups and downs. Usually, weak men will give them control over their emotions and lose this game. However, the strong men and men who can proudly label themselves as alphas keep this control within their own hands and use their best judgment in every situation they find themselves in. Weak guys will respond with emotions because that is precisely what she wanted, but alphas keep their voices down and act with reason. If you avoid being too clingy, you will always win the game. Number 1. Burn her from within. Why play her game when you are a good-looking and interesting person? If she treats you like a plaything, be a man and walk away. Understand that you have great value within yourself. It would help if you believed you were the strongest person you knew in terms of attractiveness and intelligence. She may lash out at you when you refuse to play her games, but you must be strong. When you refuse to play her game, you should look out for newer opportunities if you constantly get this hot and cold treatment. It will have one significant effect. She will notice that you are a high-demand man and won't take any crap from anyone. You can choose a better person over her if she plays her games. After you take these steps, she will change her behavior towards you, and you will win this game. It will also make her feel jealous, and she will try harder than ever to get your attention back. Once you see her acting pathetically, know that you have won. Conclusion. Keep in mind, never give in to her games. If you feel she's playing you for a fool, just walk away. Never allow yourself to be a backup because it is disrespectful, and you should never be with a person who chose you as a second choice. Confront her if you don't want to be treated this way. Make clear and sound judgments. Begging will only make you look pathetic. Keep your head high and keep a check on your emotions. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.